Hi, I'm Red. I'm an e commerce developer and a web designer. My focus platform is Shopify, and I have 9 years of experience. While you can find some of my work and reviews on Upwork, I wanted to walk you through one of my projects and hopefully be able to showcase my skills because this project is actually designed and built all from scratch by myself. And we did use a free theme from Shopify with this, but I customized myself for CRO. So I'm hoping that this would give you an idea of how I work as a developer and CRO strategist and also web designer because I can definitely handle all of these tasks. So I believe that's one of the strengths that I have because I don't only focus on web development, but I definitely understand CRO. And hopefully, in the next part of this video, I would be able to showcase that. So let's go. So this is a website that's based in the Philippines, and I decided to go with this because I think that it is well optimized for CRO, and it's going to give us a lot of good examples on how to approach CRO for websites. Now, I could also show you the desktop version of it, but since most of the shoppers and we're focused on e-commerce, most of the shoppers are using mobile to shop. I think we could just focus on the mobile version. All right, so this is the product page, but quickly I wanted to mention about this part here for the menu. Usually you would see like a hamburger icon, right? But for this specific brand, I think that it's better to use the word shop than to just have an icon because this is not a minimal branding anyway. This is an artistic kind of t-shirt store. They sell graphic t-shirts. So plus when you click on the button, it does reveal like a lot of ways on shopping. So yeah, and I am going to go through the menu as well later, but let's just focus on the product page for now. So here on the gallery, I've also decided to like decrease the width. That way, we could also decrease the height since we're using a perfect square ratio for the product images. And the advantage here is that first we're saving space, right? And that allows us to like immediately add the rest of the details up here. The more details we can show, the moment a user or customer lands on your product page, the better, or even any other page. So that's what we're trying to achieve here. Another thing is that it does give them the hint that there is actually like there are more images for them to view, right? Rather than having a perfect square here, they might not all users are the same. They might think that's all the images that they have. Like especially here where we don't really have like gallery here. These are actually variants. So yeah, so I think this is really a good approach. And then next, we also added like badges, couple of badges here. So this product is a new product. So we did add a badge for new plus support local badge. Now, these are things that you might not want for you might not want it for your brand or for your website. It really depends, right? But these are things you can test out, try it, try to add it and see if it works or see if it fits your branding or if it's even going to help, right? Like every single brand is different, every website is different, and it needs to be approached differently. All right, so next, let's quickly go through the rest of the elements here. I'll try my best to explain the rest, but we actually have like other features to also talk about, such as the menu. So I'll try to um, explain things faster here. Next, title, we got the reviews. if you have been selling, if you have been to e-commerce for a little while, you'll know that these are just, common details for a product page to have. But the way they're positioned, such as the reviews being here, it should also be strategic, right? We normally see the stars here. It's either like it's below the title or above the title. It's really up to you. It could be somewhere here. If you're trying to save space, you can also do that. But it needs to be as much as possible beside the product title, and it needs to be as visible um, as possible. As early as they land on the page, they should already be seeing, especially if you have excellent reviews for that product, right? And the price is here. Again, I have optimized it this way. These are all intentional. Normally, you would see the price here, right? But I decided to put it here because I'm trying to save space, because I want to, again, show as like more details as possible, right? And then so here we added some call out, free shipping when you buy two. So they haven't even like purchased anything, but again, this is intentional. And again, you may not want something like this for your brand, but what I'm trying to show you here is something that works for this brand specifically, and that's how I approach things when I'm trying to optimize a web development project for CRO. And then the features here, and then I did add some simple animation here. Again, this brand is playful, this brand is artistic, and it does fit something like some adding some features like this. But of course, if you're like a fashion store, you're trying to sell elegant stuff, of course it's not gonna work, right? And then the usual variants that we have. So of course, below the size options, we added the size chart. But since we also have like other stuff going on here, like the care guide, specs, I decided to highlight size chart, because first, it's the most important of these three. Second, we noticed that users tend to forget to check this, and they normally contact this website for concerns about sizing. And of course, naturally, we're trying to give out like details about the product as much as possible without having to scroll, but also without having to leave the page. So that's why we added these details and made them in a form of modal. So yeah, and then some payment logos here to establish trust from the customer, and then this bright neon colored add to cart. So speaking of add to cart, or speaking of buttons, when you do scroll down, you'll see a couple of more buttons, but this is the only button that has this color, and that's intentional, because we want this to be the highlight, because this is the most important button on this page, right? We want them to finally do it. We want them to finally click the button and make a purchase, right? And then just in case they still decide to scroll down, we're showing a bit more details here, and yeah, more information here, some upsell, and definitely all are well thought of, and again, all are designed specifically for this brand. Let me just quickly go through the rest, and I don't want to make this video too long, but yeah, let's move on to the menu. So I designed this menu to, first of all, give the most friendly user experience for users and for potential buyers. It does say shop, and when they open the drawer, it does show them options on how they want to purchase. Like, do they want to browse by the product type? Do they want to browse through these buttons: bestsellers, latest, shop all, Do they want to check collections? Do they want to like do it by color, right? So the reason we design it this way is so that we can make it as easy for them as possible, because every user can be different. Like they might be looking for something specific that we might not be offering. Usually, you would see from themes by default, like this theme had a menu that's designed to just simply put all the collections here, and not even it didn't even have like the feature to display images here. So it's kind of a busy screen for the user, and it might not be easy for them to scan or look for what they're looking for. This site has a lot of designs that they offer, so we want to help them as much as we can in purchasing. We don't want the users to leave because they couldn't find what they're looking for, or because they couldn't understand what we're selling, or they couldn't understand how the menu works, right? So that's why. Another thing that I wanted to show you is, just before we end this part of this video, is that the way I have designed the flow of the add to cart. So let's say we add this product to cart. There is an upsell here. Normally, you would also see like a free shipping bar here. We could also do that, but I decided to go with something like this for this brand. And it does say add one more, get free shipping. And we did say that here as well, but in case they forgot, and we're showing more details by showing like more options of products that they can actually click. We could also like add to cart here so that they don't need to leave the page, but I decided to not do that because I didn't want it to have to be very busy cart with all the, because these have variants, so they will have to select color and then the size from here and then add to cart, right? So I just think it's better for them to just visit that page, because they might actually want to see the design more. So when they click it and they get to the page, they would decide if they want that design. It might be hard for them to decide if they're just gonna base it on a small image of the product, right? And then let's say the customer decides to add, it does say free shipping, and then we offer another um, discount in case they add one more. So this is like a three-layered upsell. And then we also added a button here for more products in case they can't find anything that they like here. But at least they already know that whatever product they add from this collection, they will still get that discount, right? In the next part of this video, what I'm about to show you is not really an e-commerce site, but rather it's a tool that I built myself. But I really wanted to show you this because I was hoping that this would help you better gauge my skills, my other skills as a developer, such as my problem solving skills, my organizational skills, my design skills, and my thought process on building things or building pages and websites. So let's go. The other thing that I'm really excited to show you is this tool called RDC Lab. And I have been working on it for months, and I'm really excited to showcase this. Initially, this is something that I actually built for myself because I wanted this to be able to help me become less repetitive with my codes when building stuff for clients. But as I was building it, I realized that this is also something that my code developers could use, and even DIY website owners could use, right? So let me show you how it works. So the tool is designed to help generate codes, like preset codes for clients to use as their starting point when they're building things for their website, or for developers like me, right? So for example, let's say accordion. Maybe you want to add like an FAQ section and your theme doesn't have it. Maybe you want to add it on your page, and it could be on Shopify. It could be something that's hosted on another platform. It can be used like on whatever platform you want to use it on. So yeah, so here is where you're able to like configure and like how you want it to look initially, right? There are even like preset styles here so that like you can match what's nearest or closest to what you're looking for, what you're trying to achieve. If you want to use like the simplest design so that you're sort of starting from something really simple so that you can customize it based on your brand, you can also do that. So yeah. So once you're happy with your settings, right? Maybe you want to make it two columns, right? Like this, right? So once you're happy with it, all you need to do is just copy it and paste it on your HTML file or wherever you're doing your project, right? Now, another cool thing about this is I decided to add this section, which is for AI prompts. So this section is designed to help you make your section even better, depending on what you're trying to achieve. Maybe you want to improve the design because here on the left side, like you can see like different ways to modify your code depending on what you're trying to do. Like, do you want to improve the design? Do you want to like optimize performance, right? So if you're just maybe trying to improve the design, right, just leave this one checked. And then here on the right side is where you can actually like customize the prompt. Everything that has this icon, this hand pointing icon, is where you can make your customizations. And once that's ready, you can copy the prompt, paste it on your AI tool, ChatGPT, whatever it is that you're using, and then it should give you a result that matches what you're looking for, at least close to it, right? Like if you're a developer, you might need to make a little, some minor tweaks, right? But it has already like made the process way easier and way faster. If you're not a developer and you don't really know how to improve what AI gave you, you can even give them further instructions. But this is already going to be like a solid start. It's totally detailed. You can even like add additional notes here if you wanted to make the AI understand even more what it is that you're trying to do. If you got to this part of the video, I just want to thank you for your patience in finishing it. And yeah, so if you need someone who can help you with building e-commerce sites, especially on Shopify, and you want someone who understands CRO and on-page SEO, and maybe you don't have a design ready, I can definitely handle that for you as well. But if you only need me for web development, I can definitely handle that for you as well. So yeah, let's get in touch. Chat me on Upwork, and